Uganda will this Sunday join the rest of the world to commemorate International Women's Day, a global observance first recognized by the United Nations in 1975 to advance gender equality and celebrate the critical role of women in development, peace, and leadership. This year's national theme, Scaling Up Investment to Accelerate Access to Justice for All Women and Girls in Uganda, highlights the need to stronger systems that protect women's rights while expanding opportunities for empowerment. As part of these efforts, the government of Uganda has intensified programs aimed at equipping youth and women with practical skills through reforms in the technical and vocational education and training sector. Guided by the TVET Policy 2019 and operationalized through TVET Act 2025, authorities are restructuring skilling institutions to provide industry-driven training aligned with labor market needs.
The purpose was for those girls who have not had an opportunity to have formal education to a reasonable level.
Key initiatives such as the Uganda Skills Development Project and the Presidential Initiative on Skilling the Girl Child are helping expand apprenticeship opportunities, scholarships, and vocational training for young people, particularly women and girls. These programs aim to boost employability, entrepreneurship, and inclusive economic growth across the country. Speaking to our reporter, the Commissioner for Technical and Vocational Education and Training at the Ministry of Education and Sports, Loy Abine Mwezi, said Uganda has registered notable progress in advancing gender equality in the education sector.
The education of girls and women specifically in Uganda today is different from how it was in some years ago. When you look at the statistics, for example, in the recently released results for P7, PROE, and O-level, you will realize that the numbers are comparable, and in some cases, girls are more than boys. What does that mean? It means that government of Uganda and the Ugandan citizens have realized that a girl child can compete favorably with a boy child. Of course, it has its own disadvantages in some cases. I think we have forgotten about the boy child.
She noted that enrollment rates between boys and girls are steadily balancing, reflecting sustained national effort to ensure equal access to education.
Of course, girls in most places, they study with boys. So the quality of education is relatively good. When you look at, we can talk about quality in terms of the competencies that the learners get. If you have looked at how the girls and women are making business, are doing their work and getting jobs, it shows you that the quality of education empowers them to be what they are. And also the environment. What used to hinder girls was that in schools, there were no facilities that would enable them to get the education they deserved.
Dr. Abine added that an increasing number of women and girls are embracing technical and vocational education, acquiring practical skills that enable them to pursue entrepreneurship and professional trades. According to her, this shift is helping reduce economic dependence while expanding employment opportunities for women.
Surprisingly, girls, when they go to TVET, they perform very well. There is space for them. But as I already told you, the society, even in the schools where they are coming from, because when you look at technical vocational education and training, the formal one, serious formal one starts after P7 and so forth, up to a PhD. But the teachers in the other general education system, they will start early. You are a girl, even at home. This one you will not manage. This one you will not manage. So at the end of the day, there are few people who know that girls can also do well in that other system. But those who have tested and gone there, they have been ambassadors, and girls are there. We have been there, and it is as if it is new, but it's not new. I am now 59 years old, but I went through TVET. Up to my PhD, it is in TVET.
However, she acknowledged that persistent culture norms and social barriers still prevent some girls from fully accessing education opportunities within their families and communities.
For example, you'll find in some areas, especially the rural areas, girls have to do a lot of housework compared to boys. And at times, there are still those traditional cultures where they say a girl should not go to school, should remain here, do this work. And of course, as women themselves, at times they tend to prefer to help.
Dr. Beine also called upon faith-based and community media platforms to intensify awareness campaigns program promoting technical education, especially in rural areas where information gaps remain significant.
So I want to believe that if media, especially the church media, which has values, which is bringing programs that are developmental, if it takes on the advocacy for education, then I think the country will not go wrong.
She congratulated women across the country for the progress made in leadership, business, and community development, and wished them a meaningful and reflecting International Women's Day. As the country prepares for the national celebrations at Kololo Independence Grounds, stakeholders are expected to reaffirm commitment to policies and investments that turn gender equality into tangible opportunities for every woman and girl in Uganda.